This is one of my career method tips. I was in Chicago, and there was a Craig something job placement agency. And me and people I knew who had used them in the past had found out that basically they're a business that is based on eroding you and your confidence and your ability and shrinking you down until you're small enough to fit the shitty jobs that they have on offer. And it's kind of mean and cruel, and it hurts people psychologically to be. I mean, the people who use these agencies anyway are pretty desperate, and they're not looking for the world's best job. They tend to be looking for any job. And then to watch these people sit there on the chairs and filling in this form and going into these glass wall cubicles and then having their ego just beaten the hell out of in order to shrink them to fit the shitty jobs that this place has. And my friend and I, felt it was immoral, and those guys should be taught a lesson. And we had free time, and I don't have a lot of guts, but my friend had a lot of guts, and he said, "Why don't we go to Craig Agency and irritate the hell out of them?" And what would irritate them? And guys with unerodable confidence, that would drive them crazy. I mean, they get paid by being able to cut somebody down to size in 15, 20 minutes so that they'll fit one of the shitty jobs they have on offer. So just, don't be erodable. Just the more they erode you, the more confident you are, and the bigger your ambitions. Well, gee, that sounds like a place I could be vice president. Let's stop shooting for this middle management crap. Let's go for the top, man. You got me turned on, sir. You got me turned on. Let's go for it. That would irritate the hell out of them. And we thought, if you did it surprisingly enough and purely enough in an art form sort of sense, you might be able to drive one of their ugly little immoral counselors to suicide, and that would be a good day. That would be, the universe would tip a little toward the good but away from the evil. So we were there to irritate them, and I came there and I filled in the little form in the waiting room, and they called me into my counselor. And I was doing my thing, and I wasn't having any great success irritating the guy. And I'm a little bit too shy at that period of my life. But my friend was one cubicle over. I don't know where he got the idea. He decided, their system has got, we got like cleaning French fry vats at McDonald's. 400 jobs doing that for 400 different French fry vats. And the job pays like 1/3 the minimum wage, and you're not allowed to go to the bathroom for 8 hours. And they have 2 people standing on you the whole time, doing really bad working conditions. They got 400 jobs like that all over the city of Chicago, and that's what you're trying to fit you into it. So, if you're interested in anything other than 3-week-old French fry crud, then you have the wrong interest, and they're trying to steer you into the right vocational direction and cut off any interest other than that. So my friend in the next cubicle decided he wanted a job that dealt with round things. He had filled in his form that his previous job was working for a basketball company that makes basketballs, and his job before that was a balloon company, and now he wanted to work for a cannonball company. He wanted to graduate to exploding balls. At some point in the interview where my guy stopped talking, I could hear through the glass. He was describing, in terms of what was your ideal position. Like the exploding balls, or like explode into kind of dust that was made out of little tiny smaller balls. It was just an act of genius. And it kept going on for about 10 minutes until finally the guy, the counselor in the adjacent cubicle, started screaming. And I knew that I had lost, and he had that day that he had driven his counselor crazy before I had driven mine crazy. Now, the funny thing is, this is an absolutely true story. This was a hobby of ours when I was about 25 years old. I know it's not a very nice hobby, but it was a lot of fun.